Well, this is the time of year when flu and whooping cough make their presence known.
New research is showing how teen vaccinations are helping babies. Widespread vaccinations of teens are helping infants avoid the respiratory infection known as pertussis. In 2006, the Centers for Disease Control recommended vaccinating all adolescents against pertussis, and since then there has been a dramatic drop in the number of infants hospitalized with respiratory problems. Babies usually get respiratory infections from family members.
So it makes sense. Dr. Zorba Paster is with us in the studio tonight. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So has pertussis appeared in town yet?
Well, pertussis, we're right on the edge of when we're really going to see the outbreak. And just to give you an idea, Wisconsin leads the nation in pertussis. We're #1. Last year, the nation had 50,000 cases of pertussis. 5,000 came from Wisconsin, 500 came from California.
Why is that?
So maybe northern Midwest, and we just exchange it one to another. As you say, once one person gets it, other people get it. And so it's called, by the way,
in your pocket you can
it's
give him
called,
for this?
in Chinese it's called the 100-day cough, because you cough for 100 days. But infants have a major problem, and the real issue is not only vaccinating infants, but vaccinating teenagers. And it turns out pre-adolescents, 10, 11, and 12, when they get vaccinated, they don't bring it home, and so our infants are actually getting better and better and not getting it as often.
How about the flu?
Well, that's the other thing. It's really important to vaccinate infants and children for influenza. And one of the reasons for that is they won't bring it home to grandma and grandpa, who are at more risk for dying from influenza. And the studies have shown that when the children are immunized for influenza, the adults in the house are less likely to get it, and therefore less likely to get pneumonia and get problems. So influenza is important to vaccinate your children for. A DTaP, it's called, which is the pertussis vaccine. And when they get a little bit older, the meningitis vaccine. Now, those are really very, very important.
Infants can get flu shots, or you have to use the...
No, they get they get flu shots too.
Really?
Yeah, infants and babies, there's a certain... If you go to cdc.gov, you'll be able to see what shots your children should get. And all of us, pretty much in Madison, if we've seen a doctor, we have an electronic medical record, and you can look on there to see what vaccines you're due for. And it's important to vaccinate our children because it keeps the infants safe, the adolescents safe, and the adults safe. And sometimes people are just, they're neglectful, frankly. Some parents are lazy.
Well,
and sometimes that's the issue.
And some parents have real concerns about vaccinations.
100%.
And even
100%.
adults, some adults have concerns about flu shots. And to
bet.
those people you say...
For those people, I say flu shots help. And I'll give you a good example. I run the nursing home in Oregon. I'm the medical director. And if you haven't had your influenza shot and you have a cold, you have to then wear a mask, because we don't know if it's influenza or not until it's better. And once people saw that they would have to wear a mask for a week until the test came back, they decided that they would get their flu shots. So sometimes the flu shots are just the fear of getting the needle. And then for other people, of course, there are religious reasons not to get it. For those people, I respect it. But when it comes to laziness, if you're just not going to go out and get it, I think it's important to get your children immunized.
And there's a spray too, right?
That's right. There's a spray for those people who are afraid of flu shots. That's it. But there's no spray for pertussis. So getting the DTaP vaccine for your adolescent or pre-adolescent is important. And often you can get the parent to bring the kid in, even if they're not going to get the shot themselves.
Absolutely. All right. Chicken soup all around.
Chicken soup.
Thank you, Zorba.
Get your shot.
We'll see you later.
Thanks, Zorba. We'll see you soon.